Hello, my name is Ashwal Pondicherry, and I'll be cooking a three-course meal consisting of an appetizer, a specialty entree, and a yummy dessert as part of my chemistry assignment. Chemistry and cooking are very similar because they both require the mixing of ingredients in the correct proportions. Also, in a laboratory, chemists use a flame to create reactions. Similarly, in the kitchen, I'll be using a flame to cook my meal, which can also be looked upon as a reaction itself. Obviously, there's danger in the kitchen because I'm using a flame, so as a necessary precaution, I'll have a fire extinguisher at my side in case anything goes wrong. So, let's get started. For my appetizer, I'll be creating some Idaho Gold nuggets. Over here, I have 2 diced potatoes ready, and right here, I have a heavy iron skillet getting warmed up. I think it's ready by now. I have a Ziploc bag with about 1 ounce of oil, and I have 5 grams of dried Italian herbs and 5 grams of grill meat as my garnish. See, garnishes are very special because unlike in chemistry where everything has to be exact, they don't have to be because they're only to add taste or flavor or color. So I'll start by adding in my potatoes. And then I'll put in my garnish. The dried Italian herbs and the grill meat. Now, I seal up the Ziploc bag and I just shake around the potatoes so it takes up all the flavor of the herbs, the garnish, and the oil. Alright, now that's done, I will place the nuggets into the skillet, which is already hot. Now the key is to quickly turn it in high heat so that it gets that nice golden color. Okay? I've been tossing these for about 4 minutes now, and the potatoes are sizzling really nicely in this hot pan. They're getting this nice golden color, and they're smelling really good. To end it, I'll be adding in half a teaspoon of salt. And now, just toss it up a little so it can take in all that extra spice. And this should fill about one hungry person. Me. But don't go anywhere. The entree is coming right up. For my entree, I'll be creating my Champlain fried rice, my personal favorite. Right now, I have this heavy iron skillet heating up, but on the side, I have my vent fan on to suck in the hot air. Right now, I'll just turn this off, just so you can hear me better, because I won't be doing any cooking right now. Now, I'll be tossing in some onions, which I will saute. Later, some broccoli, and then some peas. I have some rice that is soaking on the side, and when the time is right, I'll start boiling it, and then we'll mix it in with the sautéed vegetables to create my fried rice. Finally, if you prefer, you could add some cooked sausages to add some meat into the whole dish, but if you're a vegetarian, you don't have to. Now, I think it's right to get my rice started and start boiling it. We are ready to start the entree, And first, I will be sauteing my vegetables. So, I will add 2 spoons of oil. And then, I'll be adding in my onions. Now, the key is to turn them as often as possible to make sure they turn golden brown but not crisp. I have it on medium heat to quickly cook them and get them golden brown. Now that they're turning a bit golden, I'll be adding in my broccoli. Broccoli takes a longer time to cook, so it will take a little more time before I have to add in my final ingredient, which are the peas. Now, the skillet gets hot all over the place, so you should make sure that you have an oven mitt with you on your left arm so that you don't burn yourself. Now, the key to sauteing is that you keep turning the vegetables so that nothing burns, or else it tastes bad. Now that the broccoli is ready, I'll add in the peas. Peas take a very short amount of time to cook because they're very small. So, quickly toss it around. I'll also admit. And sauteed vegetables should be done very soon. Now that it's almost done, I'll just add my special sauce, which consists of chili paste and soy sauce. Just 2 tablespoons should do it. And again, quickly stir it so that everything gets the nice flavor of the sauce. Now, my rice is slowly starting to boil and should be ready to go on top of my sauteed vegetables. Now that our sauteed vegetables are finished and the rice is done boiling, I will turn the flame down to low for the vegetables, and I'll add about 6 spoons of rice into the vegetables. This should accommodate 3 people. Now, to give the rice color and taste, I'll be adding 1 more tablespoon of my sauce. And again, stirring it around. Voila! Here it is, the Champlain fried rice. I added some sausages to the final product. To recap, I added precise amounts of ingredients to create this. And this is exactly what we'll be seeing in the chemistry lab this year. I can't tell you how eager I am to get started. To top off my meal, I'll be making my supreme fudge brownies. First, I'll start off by preheating the oven to 350 degrees. Next, I'll be taking a scoop of butter and adding it and putting it inside my 9x9 baking pan so that it prevents the brownies from sticking. I will put it inside the oven so that it will melt and smoothen out the tray. Here I have my mixing bowl and I have all my ingredients. My brownie mix, 1/2 half an ounce of almond, 2 ounces of chocolate, 2 eggs, half a cup of oil. I have milk ready for when I have to add in 1/4 cup of milk, and I'll also add in 1/4 cup of water. So I'll start off by adding in the brownie mix. Alright. Brownie mix to add in. I'll add in my 1/2 cup of oil. Okay. Then add 1/4 cup of H2O. And finally, 1/4 cup of milk. Okay. I will crack both my eggs. And now I will wash my hands to prevent any salmonella from spreading. Just like in the lab, if you're using any harmful liquids that are harmful to your body, you have to wash your hands after you're done using them. So exactly what I'm doing here. Now, I will add in my almonds and my chocolate. And now, I begin mixing. Now that our oven has reached the required temperature, and I have just finished making our brownie batter, I will pull out our greased tray. Remember, everything's hot, so I'm using my oven mitt. That's the sound that the oven is ready. Now just make sure the butter gets all over the tray. Okay. So I will add in the brownie batter right now. Look at that. I will now put the tray into the oven and leave it in there for 35 minutes. And now we wait for our delicious brownies to cook before we can finally dive into them. Smell that? Of course you don't. But cook timer went off, so I'm thinking these brownies are ready. After a long 35 minutes, I think it's safe to have a look. Shall we? Oh yeah, supreme fudge brownies, ready to be eaten. In a few minutes, these will be cut up into 2 by 2 inch squares and ready to be devoured. But before you go, I just want to recap on how similar chemistry and cooking are. I mean, we use precise measurements of ingredients in order to get the predicted results, just like we would do in a chemistry lab. And, of course, we're dealing with fires, so we have to have our handy fire extinguisher with us in case anything goes wrong, just in case. So, thank you for watching, and I hope you can use whatever you have learned in this cooking video in your own kitchen. Thank you.